out there. Hey, check it out. Rappers in my backyard. Rappers in my backyard. Rappers in my backyard. Ooh, rappers in my backyard. Rappers in my backyard. Rappers in my backyard. Ooh, talk, express, relate, connect. Talk, express, relate, connect. Talk, express, relate, connect. Talk, express, relate, connect. What's up, family? Welcome to episode one of Rappers in My Backyard. Today we are going to talk about some real issues, open relationships. We are going to ask you, are you down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
Well, you know that I'm never in the yard alone. I always got my right and left rolling with me, moving forward. On my right, we got Leah C. Say hey, what's up?
Hey.
She tries to play shy. And on my left, I got my girl SHAYDEE. Say what's up?
SHAYDEE Crew's in the building.
All right. You know what? Celebrities and music and entertainment is what we talk about on this show. And I got heat on my mind about these open relationships. And I want both of you guys to first start off defining what is an open relationship to you, Leah C. Talk to us.
An open relationship to me is when there's three individuals that are okay with everyone sleeping together, hanging out together, or even dating one of the other. Like if it's two of them, they're okay to go on movies together and the other one's okay with it. That's what an open relationship is. They all know about each other. They know about each other sexually, personally. They're okay with that. It's just like three's company instead of two people.
Oh, three's company.
Yes.
Let's coin that term. What about you, SHAYDEE? What you got for me? Open relationship.
That's OPP. That's other people's property. I'm sorry. It don't necessarily just mean three people. It could be 4, 5, 6. To me, an open relationship basically is an agreement between two people who are in a relationship that are okay with dating however many other people they want, having sex with however other many people they want, inviting the people in the group. Just a big old nasty orgy.
A nasty orgy.
Nasty stuff happening.
What do you think about a nasty orgy? I'm closing my eyes right now and I'm going like, I don't see anything nasty about an orgy.
But if it's open and they know about each other, the person that they're also bringing into the relationship knows about them being in a relationship like with another person. So OPP is nasty. Yeah, that's different. So open relationship, you know about each other. It's usually only going to be three of you because you don't need any more than three people, really. It's going to be three people. Now, if you're OPP is totally different. It's nasty. It's about people going out there sleeping with other people, and you have one innocent person. You have one innocent person, but you have an innocent person who knows nothing about you sleeping around.
That's cheating to me.
That's cheating.
That's different. Other people's property. It's still when there's more than when you introduce in another element. That's still somebody else's property. You sleeping with. If you got a man and you letting your man sleep with other girls or another girl, he's sleeping with and she's sleeping with him. She's sleeping with another woman's property. Because if it's starting out with two and now you're multiplying, then those two, whoever's sleeping with those two, that's somebody, they're property of each other. So to me, that's the same thing. I don't care. And it ain't just three. So what if the guy wants to sleep with another guy and the girl wants to sleep with another girl?
But are they letting each other know about that?
Yeah, but you're saying it's three. You're saying it's three. Okay. It's more. It's a big old sea out there.
But it sounds like
a lot of freak leaks out there doing a whole lot of stuff.
It sounds like that, Leah, you're saying that there are rules and regulations. And you're saying that there isn't any rules and regulations. It's just a big, nasty lay down and do your thing.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Absolutely not.
Okay, well, clarify what you're saying.
All right, so we're talking about other people's property, open relationship. Those are both, I guess, subjective depending on who we're talking about, right? Other people's property. What I'm trying to say is, all right, so I got Gary and I got Maria, right? So they're together. They're a married couple. They're together. And Gary wants to sleep with Eva, Lisa, and then Maria wants to sleep with Leonard and, Leo. Well, Leo and Leonard is sleeping with a married woman, so they're okay with other people's property because they're the property of each other. But they know. So they are.
But does she know?
Yes, because I just said Gary and Maria in open marriage, open relationship.
So you're putting them together.
That's what I'm defining as OPP. Open relationship has rules in itself, and I think we should go away from OPP. Honestly, I mean,
because it don't seem like you're feeling no rules in this.
We're talking about open relationships and the rules of open relationships.
Yeah, because OPP is a whole different.
What cheating is, versus everything else. So
an open relationship, there's no cheating involved because it's open. OPP, there's cheating involved.
There's cheating in open relationships.
So that's what you're saying. There's cheating.
There's cheating in open relationships too.
So okay, let me.
Well, then they're not in an open relationship because they're cheating. Once cheating is involved, it's not open anymore.
Well, what is it? Closed? If there's cheating involved?
If cheating is involved, you're just a cheater. You're not open.
If you gave your man permission to sleep with other women and then he slept with a woman you didn't know he slept with, is that cheating? No, because you already gave him. You opened the gate for the dogs to go out in the yard. Oh, so the dogs are gonna go find all the dogs in heat.
Oh, so when he starts,
and he gonna hump them, and he gonna come back home where his food is.
You gave him permission to sleep with one person, but he's out there sleeping with more than one person. So now
that's the risk.
Okay, that's the way you feel. That's the way you feel.
You know what, Leah?
But I don't feel that way.
You got something that you want to say. You're getting hot over here. Can you explain it then?
I feel like that there are some people that abide by the rules. Once you do not abide by the rules of an open relationship, you forfeit the open relationship. You're now a liar and you're a cheater because now you're doing something behind somebody's back. If you're open about it, you're not going to do anything behind anybody's back. You're like, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. The person's down with it, and then you're good. You're in an open relationship. But it also depends
on what your agreement is. I think that's going to breaking agreements. That's what you're more talking about.
There's only one agreement in an open relationship. Once you start trying to make other definitions behind it,
you can sleep with who you want to, and I don't want to know about it.
Okay.
What if that's the agreement?
That's not an open relationship. That's somebody who just.
How is that enough? If that's an agreement between two people, if the woman's okay with her man sleeping with other people and vice versa, and they just say to each other, "Do what you want. I just don't want to know about it. Don't want to hear about it. Do what you want." How's that not an open relationship?
Well, that is.
They living together. They have their relationship. So that's what I'm saying. There's a whole lot. There's so many different elements to that thing. It can become like
layers and layers in open relationship.
Spider web.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about some of these celebrities out there that has open relationships. Y'all know any relationships that are open with any celebrities? What about you, Leah?
What's his name? What is his name? He admitted that he was in an open relationship, that they have open relationships, him and his wife. You mentioned, what is his name? It starts with a T.
T? Oh, she don't want to say his name.
No, T-Pain. No, I told you. I've heard him. No, I'm not going to get $100 He admitted that him and his wife have an open relationship. They bring other women in, and she's okay with it. Does she bring other men in? No, and that's the way it usually goes, though.
But I mean, I would want to bring a man in.
Well, then you may find someone who's okay.
That's how it usually goes. Again, there's a really big ocean out there. I know folks that the man's okay with his woman bringing another man.
I just said the way it usually goes, though. The majority of the time, it's a man bring another woman in.
Not with these new generations of folks.
Yeah, it is possible.
It's not even possible. It's absolutely happening.
Yeah, it is. No, it's happening. So but I think still the majority is a man bringing another woman in. Yes, there is a man who doesn't mind the female bringing another man in, but I think it still outweighs with the women coming in doing it.
Where
so
do you
you're
find
saying
those
for the T-Pain?
It just seems like, and unless they're not speaking about it, that's probably what it is. Maybe it's just more verbally open. People are talking about it more, and then the ones who are okay with men coming in, they still have a little issue with being open about it. That's probably what that issue is.
So from what you heard, T-Pain allows his wife to bring in another woman,
Or
or
they
he wants another woman?
Both. I guess maybe, I'm not sure if she sees someone and she's like, hey, I want you to come meet my husband. And then I'm not sure if he goes out and says, come on, my wife is down with it. It might be the both. They both probably do it.
Right.
You know, she may want to like surprise him sometimes, and he's just open to do
Desserts on the menu. But in reference
Extra
to
fish on the dish.
right,
You know
extra.
what that
That is not good.
What do you want? No
But
extra
what
fish on the dish?
celebrity
Give me
do
another
you
sausage,
know?
please. Huh?
Give me an example of a celebrity that you heard
Well,
of.
T-Pain was actually the one that we
Yeah,
had
that's
been
the one.
discussing. I read an article about that. But, you know, there's also those juicy rumors that goes on about Jada and Will.
Jada and Will.
Jada and Will. It's all over the internet, so I'm not just gossiping and spreading rumors.
Yeah, that was a
I
rumor.
can't quote the source because there's so many different sources online that you can read about regarding Jada and Will, that there's an open relationship going on within that
Within their marriage.
dynamic duo. Yes.
Wow. Now, we giving a shout out to Will and Jada because this is, you know what I mean? This is like, I don't know this, and I like them both, so I'm not
I do
condoning
too,
that.
so I'm not even, I don't know.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But me being a married woman, an open relationship is far, far, far away from my thought process, because I don't see how we can do it in a way that can move the couple and the relationship forward. Like, I would be sitting there on a daily basis wondering if he's letting me know because it's a communication thing, or whether he's doing it without me being involved.
See, that's where you don't need to be in an open relationship then, because you have too much going on up in your head. Most people who are going to be in an
But
open
that's why I
relationship,
went on and got married.
Would you do it, Leah?
I have no idea. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes.
Well, say
Well,
something.
could you?
I'm going to say
How you feel about it?
I'm not going to say I'm open to it.
Lies. Lies. We're supposed to be we putting it all on the table. We're supposed to tell the
First of all,
truth is
I've
Rufus.
never been in an open relationship
Okay.
before.
Okay.
However, I'm not going to say I never will be in an open relationship, because I just don't know.
Okay,
You know?
but what
And
would
some
you like
people
about an
some
open
people
relationship?
some people are totally like, I would never do that, I would never do that, and that's okay with you. But I'm just being a human being and being honest about, there are some things you don't know if you would be, because presented the right thing, you know, like if somebody was just like, dang, you gonna have a house, you gonna this, you gonna that, you taken care of, she gonna cook these days, you got some money, I mean, I might be open for something like that. I might be tired and be like, you know what, fuck
A
it, why
kept
not?
woman, huh?
Yes, exactly.
wanna be a
Why not?
She want to be a sister wife. That's what that sounds like.
So
Staying in
that's a
line.
good question. Is that considered open relationship?
Right,
Polygamy?
right.
Is that open relationship
Yes,
too?
exactly. That's the type of open relationship that I'm talking to.
Polygamy?
So you guys are talking about the little nasty and the little
How about a
ghettified
polyamorous
open
relationship?
I'm talking about a real open relationship.
You could go
where
down the relationship
Yeah,
highway with all these
polyamorous
different words.
is the same as having a whole bunch of multiple people on both sides.
and they all know about each other and are okay
Yes.
with it.
Yes,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean there's cheating and not any lying going on, or breaking agreements. It just really depends.
Okay, so see, the thing about it is there's also all this lying and
Who
cheating
you know in an
going
open
on.
relationship?
Yeah, who do you know? Who do you know in an open
relationships with
relationship?
just two people.
Something's going on
With
over
two
there.
people. To me, I'm not gonna, but sometimes when you look at people who are, it's like three people in a relationship, they have
keep
a
talking about
lot
these
more.
three
They
people. I
have
wanna
a
know who
lot
these
more
three
going
people
on.
are. She
They
knows-
work
she
You know
together.
these three people.
Sometimes they
Uno, dos, tres.
Sometimes they know how to, they're more honest with each other. Sometimes they know how to work together. They may have they build things up together. They actually know how to, maybe because they're so real and honest with each other, they're able to accomplish things together, as opposed to two people that's always bickering about and wondering, jealousy and all that stuff. A lot of those things are pushed out of it because they're so open and they work together. I don't. I've
You
never
do
done
know.
it once
How about
again.
this?
I've
She
never
keeps
done
on
it.
giving
But
this
that's
away.
what's in my
I
little
gotta-
head. That's what's in my little head.
I'm gonna
That's
pull
the
it
way I
back just a
envision it.
little bit, because
But-
we've been going back and forth on the OPP piece
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
open relationships piece. What makes someone want to be in an open relationship in the first place? It's all about sex. That's it.
I don't believe
We're
that
not talking about a
100%.
polygamous relationship. We're not. Open relationship is not just between married people. So I'm not talking about just married people. I'm talking about a boyfriend and girlfriend that also want to keep an open relationship. They have a commitment with each other.
It can be a
but
financial
they
thing, too.
want to. they're not married. They're not necessarily living together, but they've agreed to be in an open relationship. So at the end of the day, if it's not a polygamous situation, it's not, because of a religious belief, it's about sex. They want to tap more than 1 or 2, 3 asses. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
That's
they
what's
want to get
open
their
about
extra
it.
freak
That's
on.
sex.
The
That's
sex with somebody else. That's it.
Well, that's
they're not
really
just
not-
they're not just
and
gonna
I'm-
sit you in a room just to look at you.
And you know why I'm
unless
happy
that's
for
their
them?
thing.
I'm happy for them because they're being honest and they're not leading anybody on.
She done backed completely out of that
I'm
one.
happy
Lord have
for
mercy.
them. I'm happy for
All
them.
right,
mercy.
you know what?
At least
We're
they're
not
not
going to agree
liars
on
and
this.
cheaters.
I'm not going to get the two of you guys to agree. As I can see, Leah's heating up over here with all your red attire. I can feel the flame coming over here. So let's just move on to still sticking with this beautiful topic of open relationships.
Down with
let's,
OPP.
yeah, you know me. Shout out to Naughty.
What?
By nature.
By nature.
But all right, Leah, since you got this thing going on where you know somebody, you just ain't
Yes,
telling
you
us,
do.
and that's cool. But give us the deeds. Let us know in terms of an open relationship and your secret source that you're not sharing right now that has equipped you with the information that we're looking to get. They're looking to get.
She's very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know too much. So you need to tell us.
You ain't got to give us names.
Right.
Just spill it. Though.
But what is the
Spill the rest of it.
disadvantages of an open relationship?
There's the only disadvantage is certain people.
Claps, crabs, chlamydia.
All right, give her a minute, Shady. Give her a minute. Tell me about that.
I believe the only disadvantage is people like Shady right there, just knocking you down, and what's the other word? Like bullying you, and also
I'm just
like
keeping it real.
yeah, it's not fair to people. It's just like you're like, it's what is the word? You're judging people. And you shouldn't do
Saying
that.
somebody can get an
You shouldn't
STD
do
from
that.
sleeping with more than one person
You
is
can
not
get an
judging. That is
STD.
scientific medical facts.
When you sleep around, you do catch things.
But I'm not talking about people
Things.
sleep. See, okay, you're talking about the type of open relationship where somebody's gonna go out there saying, "I'm in an open relationship," but the person that they're dating doesn't know they're in an open relationship. So then they're thinking that it's okay. Like, well, he told me that you was
Okay.
down with it. No, I'm talking about the open relationship where the people actually agree and know about each other.
Okay.
So therefore, if they're sleeping around, they should be responsible enough also to use protection.
But what
Or
if they're
if they know
monogamous
that
with
it's just
the
three of them,
or the
then
four
you
of
can
them?
get dirty all you
Yeah,
want
and
to
so you
because
don't
it's
think
three
them
people.
exchange of fluids is going to create an
Not
STI,
necessarily, not
STD?
necessarily,
but
not
But
necessarily.
my point, one of the disadvantages of sleeping with multiple people is that you will get an STI.
STD. Let me correct.
Yes. Well, there's STDs and STIs.
What's STI?
D is for disease, I is for infection.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Didn't know that.
You can get an
We don't want to catch
STDI.
any sort of
You
disease.
can get an
You
STI by
hear
not
me?
drinking enough water. So now what? An infection. So.
All right, y'all done left the
about that.
building.
No.
Let's stay on the topic
No,
of
it's not
open
STI, but you
relationship.
get
And
an
the reason
infection.
why I said that is I watch Sister Wives. We're talking about polygamous relationship. There's a black couple on there on Sister Wives.
Right.
And once they found their actual sister wife, they went on a cleanse. Like she had to become vegan. She had to do all kind of things to balance out her PhD and her
Okay.
body and stuff like that. Because specifically they said, we will get yeast infections, we'll get bladder infections, we'll get all kind of nasty little things going on in our cooter cat.
If we don't drink the same
If we
water.
don't drink the same, and we don't cleanse our body and become vegan. So there is even that process. So that's what I'm saying. Your
Okay.
question was, what's some of the disadvantages?
Yeah,
Although you
definitely.
don't like me bringing that part up, Leah, I get
Okay,
it.
so what's the disadvantage to you then?
I just stated it.
Oh,
She just
okay,
said you'll
okay.
catch
STI.
diseases. If you didn't catch any diseases, she would be in. Right? That's basically
Hell to the no. No.
the only.
Negatory.
I gotta say something about the sister wife thing, though. I would be down to have a sister wife to do like all the chores and stuff like
That's
that.
what some
and
people
cook
are in it
you
for.
want a
That's what some people are
concubine.
in it for.
You want the
But
concubine.
sexually, I would like to handle that part.
She wants to be the madam. She wants the concubine.
Yeah, I want somebody to help me out around the house with the
nanny.
chores and stuff. I need a nanny. We can call you a sister wife.
call
Yeah,
a
yeah, that's
housekeeper.
true. That's
Good
true. You
Lord.
can also have a little fluffer because there's some people that don't like doing
Wow,
that. So
Doc.
she'll be the
A fluffer?
fluffer, and then you can be the one
Wow.com.
that's actually like that.
Wow.
What's a fluffer?
What's a fluffer? We got to keep it going
Yeah.
on with that one because that's porn. We'll talk about that
that
on
later.
show 8005.
Right.
Okay, that's coming up. But these open relationships and the way that folks is playing it nowadays, especially some of the younger people, it's becoming very, very confusing.
Exactly.
It really, really is. And I think that's why I wanted to kick the show off with this topic, because a lot of people are confusing themselves about the lines that they're crossing. You know,
No,
in
that I
any
agree. I agree.
relationship,
Exactly.
it is imperative that there's rules and regulations.
Absolutely.
In
And
my
be honest
opinion.
with yourself with what you want.
Exactly.
Don't
That's
be a
all.
woman or a young female that's like, I just want to please this guy,
Yes.
and this is what he wants, so this is what I'm gonna give him.
gonna
And
do.
you know, you're
This is what I'm
secretly
gonna-
breaking your heart and depressed and upset and anxious all the time about what's going on.
Exactly.
So be honest with yourself with what you want.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the most important thing in reference to so far that we've discussed about open relationships, because it's not a situation where you can't agree on things until you do your separate agreement.
Yep.
So that openness in the relationship has to be between and discussed between you and your significant other.
And being honest.
You
Are
know.
you
Same
down
thing
to
goes for
share your
men.
property with other people?
Yes, yes, indeed. And you know what? For me, I think that list would be real long. And then I would continue to be adding all these cool pieces to it.
If it could be Jason Momoa, I might break my rules.
I would definitely
You know.
break my rules. I
Who
would
would
break
you break
my
the
rules.
rules
If Lisa
for,
Bonet
though?
didn't have a
If she
problem
wanted me to
with
come
it,
in there and live, I would.
if
Oh,
Lisa
so y'all two
Bonet-
would get in there?
Yes,
she
I
wouldn't be. I'm not inviting Leah.
Leah got too many rules.
Leah too many rules, and then she pick and choose when she want to be there. I'm like, no.
That is it.
uh-uh,
Oh, yeah, well, I'm going to have to
uh-uh.
go shopping now.
Yeah,
She'll
yeah.
pretend she's down and then try to steal the man on her
Oh,
own.
no, that's so not true.
Yeah, see,
I'll
I
If
should
show
I
you
be
where
say
working.
I'm
peach
going to be
cobbler
down, I'm
and
going to be
food all
down.
the
If I
time
say
and
I'm down,
stuff.
I'm down.
Yeah.
OMG.
Hey, Miss
These
Parker.
two ladies. Oh, you know what? I'm down with Miss Parker. I would be in front of the house
yeah,
if I
Monique.
wasn't
We forgot
married.
about Monique, huh?
Monique does
Yeah.
have an open relationship now that you talk
Yes,
about it.
yes.
But you know what? We're getting ready to go to break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about our girl Monique. You know, she's loud and she's proud. And right now she's suing Netflix.
Whoops.
So we're going to come back. Y'all keep that thought.
Oh,
Rappers in the backyard, y'all.
Talk, express, relate, connect. Talk, express, relate, connect.
What's up, family? We're back from our break. Rappers in my backyard. Now, y'all know today we talking about open relationships and the difficulties that they cause. Before break, we was talking about we were going to talk about Monique, who you guys mentioned has an open relationship.
She had a lot going on. Very
So
controversial.
let's talk about it. Let's talc about who wants to kick this off. You, Leah C.
Well,
what's up?
Go ahead.
I
kick
don't
it
know
off.
like a
Miss
lot
Open
about it, but
relationship.
I understand like her and her husband, they're okay with an open relationship. Meaning, I believe she's been dating someone for a while, and her husband's okay with it.
She's dating another man.
She's dating another man.
Gentleman,
Ooh.
yes.
Hey.
That he's okay.
Sausage.
You know, and her husband is able to do the same thing. They both know of these individual people, and it's not like a lot of other people involved supposedly, but it's just like she has someone else that she can see, and he has someone else that he can see, but they're married and they're fine and they're together and everybody's happy.
That's
what we'd like to think.
everybody's happy.
Everybody's
Four
happy.
people are happy.
Yes. Big
Ah.
smiles on their face, like
That
the
would be
Sten's
good.
commercial.
How are you to determine they're happy or not happy? If they say they're happy, then they're happy.
Oh,
Do you see
no.
anything differently? Like
No.
if you see any pictures or anything that like she's not happy anymore, then she needs to get herself out of this situation. But right now, she's in the situation and they're fine with it.
You hear that, Monique? Leah talking to you right now.
We're talking to you, Monique. Won't you call in and let us know
Let us
how
know.
you scored this relationship with bringing the
Yes.
extra man
How does
in? That's
that
what I'd
work?
like to know.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
You
What?
got anything to say about that with
What?
the extra man? Like,
Well, okay, yes. So I have read there was only one ancient civilization. I cannot remember. It was in the Middle East, because typically you always hear of polygamists where it's a man that has multiple wives. There's one ancient civilization where the woman had multiple husbands. The
Wow.
queen of a certain civilization. I don't want to say it's Egyptian. I'll have to look it up again. But
It gotta be Egyptian.
It was,
I believe
it
so,
gotta
because I
be
think
Egyptian.
it was a
like-
queen that had multiple husbands, and that's just how they did it. And that was to preserve her bloodline and give her as many
heard of that,
children
okay.
as she wanted. But it was also a form of, hey, I've got it going on. I'm sovereign. I'm a queen. I can have all the men
I've heard
of
of
the
that
land.
before. Yeah, that's existed
So it's
before.
not like it's something new, but I think that's where gender roles come in. People try to define us with how we're supposed to be and what we shouldn't be and what we should. It's just a whole lot of mess. But
that sounds fun. That
if
sounds
I
like
could live in that
said
time,
fun.
I mean, honestly, and have a Jason Momoa and like his cousins and uncles and brothers and stuff.
Oh, you have just a
Girl,
whole
I got a
long line
bobblehead of him in
people.
my purse.
What? No,
I
Oh,
carry
my
him
goodness.
around.
Don't pull
Well,
out
I
the
want a
bobblehead.
bobblehead.
Of Jason
No.
Momoa, he
I
travels
want
with me.
one.
I put him in a seatbelt in the airplane. And
I
everything.
All right,
want
let's come back. Let's
bobblehead.
come back. Let's come back. Now,
It's an
Oh
open
my
relationship
goodness,
I have
no
with
freaking way.
bobblehead Jason Momoa. Yes. My
these
little
girls are
secret.
pulling in our studio audience now, and I got a problem. Don't bother to guess. We're here to sit and relax and have fun in my backyard.
It's
Now,
live.
when we talk about open relationships, I would like to bring up the term cake and eat it too, because that's what it sounds like to me. You get a slice and you get to eat it too. Would you guys agree with that term? And if you do, tell me why. If you don't, tell me why not. Leah C.
I agree with it. That you are.
Why are you so
having a piece of cake,
timid?
And because
She was
nothing's
popping it
wrong
like
with that.
2
Like
seconds ago.
nothing's wrong with having your cake and eating it too, especially if you're open and nobody's lying about it. That's like really the best of both worlds, right?
Right.
That's the way I believe it.
Right.
As long as you know about it, you're like, what? Like a guy would be like, wow, she's cool with it and she's cool with it. Like, great. I don't have to lie. They should feel. But okay, that would be a whole different subject.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I was about to say it would be a different subject because sometimes people actually get off on lying and cheating and stuff like that. But a guy who's like real should appreciate that you're able to allow him to be in a situation like that.
Right.
Without taking
Where he
advantage.
can have his cake and eat it too.
Exactly. And the same thing for a female.
Yummy.
Like, she should be okay with that.
Yum yum. Okay, Shady.
I
Cake and
mean,
eat it
that-
too. What does
yeah,
it mean to
that's-
you and
that's
why?
Cake and eat it too. That's cakes. That's pies. That's cupcakes. That's like you getting it all. You getting every little crumb. You getting it
She
all.
got a stadium view of open relationships,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a whole team of
It's a
people
whole
lay
team
down
of
in the
people.
field and just.
You know, I mean, there's so many variations. That's what I'm saying. This is truly not a limited topic. It's not limited to just 3 people. You know, we see it all the time out in the internet, out in the world on TV shows that polyamorous. That's what polyamorous is multiple lovers. The guy might have 2 boyfriends and 2 girlfriends. The girl might have 4 girlfriends and a boyfriend. And so there's all these different type of scenarios that can happen. Cake and eat it too. Absolutely. That's what it boils down to. Like I said in the other segment, it's about sex. It's about
Plain and
getting
simple.
get your freak on. Get your freak on.
Oh, okay.
Missy Elliott.
Oh,
Shout
gosh,
out.
gosh.
Freak on.
She got a real issue with this
Just
freak
saying.
thing.
I'm
And
just
I,
saying.
See, it's
I know.
unfortunate.
I'm stating facts. There's no issue here. It's a fact. You just want to get your freak on. What's wrong with that? I'm not judging. Did I make a judgmental statement? No. You just want to get your freak on. It's okay.
Well,
Get
at the
your
end
freak
of it
on.
all, of course you're gonna get your freak on, but that's not the moral. That's not like where it just all stems from. You just may be attracted to different people.
So you want to get your freak on. What you gonna do with them? Stare at them? Put them in the corner?
It's
and
about
just look at
company
'em?
too. Sometimes people just like company. They may like say different things out of
Then
each
that's not an
individual
open
person.
relationship.
Right.
Open relationship is where you sexing.
well,
That's
That's
a homie.
your definition.
That's a
then.
homie.
See, you have a whole different
That's
definition
a homie.
of an
That's a
open
friend.
relationship. Then.
That's a friend.
You have a different
That's not a
definition of an
relationship.
open relationship.
That's a friend.
okay, you go homie, lover, friend, and that's
Yes.
R. Kelly, and we're not doing that.
Oh no, next two.
We're not even going to bring that
Said
up.
negative.
Speaking of
Let's-
cake and
let's-
eat
yeah,
it
let's
too,
not
but
delete that one.
let's get back to the open relationships, because Leah, you had said in the first segment you had talked about these schedules and this honesty and how you can set it up. My thing
You
is,
have to set
give
it
me
up.
the example how you would set up your open relationship. Would it be 2 to 4, you and Roger,
walked into
5
that.
to
Well,
6,
we
you and
are-
Beverly?
we're
Like,
all
talk
busy.
to me.
We all have a lot in this world that we can be doing. If you want to exercise, if you want to go hang out with some.
I'm talking about
friends.
exercise that thing.
Okay. We're
I'm talking about
hanging out with
exercise
your
that
homies
fast.
and your friends.
You're talking about a schedule, though. Like, since we're busy individuals, sometimes you do want just you time. And then on that Monday, go ahead and be with Sally because I'm busy
with her
on
how?
Monday.
Be with her how?
You can go to the movies. You guys
We
can
ain't
have.
talking about
You guys can have an
platonic
intimate
relationships.
time. You can have a
Please let her
candlelit. You can
explain
have a
this, 'cause she-
candlelit dinner. You can go to the movies. You can just watch movies at
so
the house.
romantic.
And because I'm going out to do my yoga and whatever, and I just want to go with Lisa O and have a little cocktail, and I'm not worried because you guys go ahead. I don't feel like being bothered. I want to be in my own little zone. That's the schedule I'm talking about.
So you
And it
leave
may
them at
be-
home with Camille and let Camille
Yeah,
kill
because I
that.
already know about Camille. Yeah, and that's gonna
And
be her
Camille,
time.
she's been clean. She don't have no STDs.
Exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so no
exactly.
STDs.
No
Hold
STDs.
on.
Okay.
And then you never even know. Like I might
the
be
swap kit
expecting.
on
I might
hand.
be expecting, and I don't want to feel do all of that anymore. So then now she's got. At least I. Okay, it may seem like I'm just like ready and
She
down
got
for it.
an open-
However, I'm just knowing.
We ain't
I'm
said
just
nothing.
very open-minded, evidently, and not closed-minded. To where
you gotta
I know
point
that
at me?
I know that things are possible and workable. You know, depending on what you like and. To me, the world would be a much better place if people were really honest. Because see, it's kind of messed up that the definition of an open relationship has been just traumatized and torn into pieces, when reality to me is an open relationship is about a person knowing that another person is involved and you're okay with that, and you're not gonna lie, you're not gonna go outside of it. Since you're so open right there, if you want to bring somebody else in, be honest
But how
and
you
bring that other
schedule
person
that? But
in.
that's part of the schedule.
Yeah, let's get back to the schedule. The scheduling is very easy because sometimes I may not want to be bothered. You may not want to be bothered. I may not even want to cook. You're
Monday,
cooking that
Tuesday,
night.
Wednesday,
It's
Thursday,
a
Friday,
schedule with cooking, the kids. If there's kids involved, it's a schedule with everything. And it works
And
for
the kids,
them.
too.
It works for them in this busy life that we live. It works for
too
some
much.
people. Some people, how many times, there are people that get nannies, there's people that get maids. You don't even need all of that
So they
because
can
now
get
you
there.
got it all within your own little family.
And you know what? That sounds nice if we were talking about a white picket fence in this
lot
perfect
of them live in
situation.
a- a lot of them
But
live
to
like
me, I can schedule everything except that thing. I don't want to schedule that. I want it to be organic. Like, yeah, you pick up the kids and yeah, you cook. But when you want to do that
Right.
thing, you make love or whatever else, it can't be scheduled.
Okay, so
every
it's not
time
for
we
you.
try to schedule.
Then it's not for
no,
you.
it's not for me.
So then you're going to be happy with your
yeah.
situation.
I'm happy with this open thing that I have, that I can get it when I feel
exactly.
it. Versus,
That's good.
let me look at my schedule. I'm at 11:30 and Lily's at 2.
Okay.
And me and Lily will change our times.
Okay, so that's good.
But
That
have you
works
ever
for
had
you.
to change your time though? Like maybe you weren't feeling it when you were
never
scheduled.
hated it
Oh,
like
you're
that.
not. Oh.
But she's figuring
But
it
if
all
I
out,
was,
though.
see, that's
She's
another
mapping
thing.
it
That's
out.
another thing. If I was in a situation like that, you have to be even a little bit more open and acceptable. You like be able to change your program sometimes.
Yes.
You need to be like a really cool like person, or what's the word that I'm looking for? You need to really be open to change also. Like, oh, okay, you want
Right.
to change the schedule. Okay, it's fine. Let's have a conversation about it. You have to be willing, instead of be like, whatever, no, she ain't getting no other schedule. This is the way it is. That's
So
not
you're
for
mapping
you
it
then.
all out.
That's
Right.
not for you. You
Right.
have to
Mapping
be
it
an
out.
open, nice person
So
to be able to
Leah
do something
C.
like this.
loves open relationships. She's never had one, but she knows so much about it, and we're so intrigued. Shady, on the other hand, she don't know about an open relationship either, but somehow she knows that you will catch STDs,
Absolutely.
you will be scratching daily,
burning,
and what is
and
it?
may
The
drop a baby
you can
too.
get an STI
And a baby.
and a baby.
Ain't a baby.
See.
That's too much going on.
These opinions are so spread out that we'll need you guys to let us know. Do you know anything about an open relationship? And if so, we'd like to hear about it. Facts. We want facts. Not what Leah C's doing, not letting us know who she has these open
She's mapping it
relationships
out.
with.
She's getting ready. She's getting her mind ready for it, I think.
Yeah.
I think she got a victim in mind, possibly.
Yeah. Where is that victim is what we need to know. Oh my goodness. Let's get her head back in the game talking about open relationships, and let's just talk about in terms of open relationships. How in the world would you be able to make a decision about moving on, or adding somebody else into the open relationship? I want to lean a little bit on what she says, because she feels a little bit about there's just a lot of people in it. When I think of an open relationship, I think about you, me, and he, or you, me, and her, or whatever. I think in threes.
That's the way I feel too, and that's probably the best one to have.
Yeah, I like threes because, I mean, an extra pair of arms and legs are always good. Can you scratch my back over there?
It can't get out of control. It can't get out of control.
Yeah, because I think what you're talking about, orgy is a whole different schedule.
But what's a threesome? You talking about a menage a trois?
Oh, okay.
So the woman
That's
don't get to have a
menage
man,
trois.
but your man get to have a woman, and you don't. What you gonna do? Watch? That's what I'm saying. What's the open relationship? He gets to. So you're saying
Yeah, you can't be in there together.
three means. Oh, so you're saying the woman's bisexual with her man, and so she's allowing another woman to come in? Because that's what three means to me. Because who doing what? So the woman's coming in and sleeping with both of y'all? Oh, I got y'all trapped up, mouth open.
well,
what are we really talking about?
You know why? Because I'm scratching my
So
head.
that means the man's in an open relationship, and you're allowing him basically to sleep with another woman, unless you're talking about a threesome. What we really talking about?
No, I'm talking about swinging it back to what Monique did.
Okay.
When she
had a
stepped
man.
up and got her another man. Now,
and
if
her
I'm
man had
talking
a
about
woman.
three, no. I'm saying let's deal with threes here.
We're gonna deal with
Now-
it.
But that's not fair. Then we talking about menage a trois then. That's what I'm saying. We got to define that. Let's define this. It's not that simple. That's
Well,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
because you're thinking about an army, and she's thinking about one to scratch your
Thinking
back,
about-
an extra lip
Yes, I'm
over
talking
here, an
about
extra
like-
So
hand.
what we're
Of course,
saying
I'm talking
again,
about
here we
like
go.
3 to
Just-
5 I'm talking
so
about
we're
3
just
to
talking
5
about
people.
the
3 to 5
man being
people.
served like a king. That's what you're saying. The woman don't get to have no fun. Because again, we talking about sex. Come on, y'all, stop playing. Y'all being just plain as peanut butter.
You
We
know
talking
what?
about
There's
sex
a possibility
with
that
more
I'm
than
sure
one person.
that they may be in the room together sometimes.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, all right,
That's
what is
possible.
that?
I'm sure that's
really
possible.
what an open relationship is.
Yeah.
Is that it's two of y'all each have somebody, unless y'all sharing the same somebody.
Right. Now, I mean, if the woman is bisexual,
Hey,
then
nothing
she
wrong
might
with it.
want
Yeah, she
another
may want to
girl.
join them sometimes. They may
What
wanna-
about if the man may be bisexual? He may be down with having another man come.
True.
So that's what I'm
Nothing's
saying.
wrong
If
with
you're
that.
thinking in threes, we really limited it because
I like thinking in threes
because-
because it's the beginning, the middle, and the end.
yeah, but 4 is like more.
Right, but what can you do with 4?
A whole lot with 4.
Oh my goodness, we'd have to do another show if we get to add 4.
4 can be broke down into 2 pairs. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole
Right.
lot you could do with 4.
Right.
I like those numbers. I mean, because it's a fair fight at that point.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. Well, that depends on if your 4 is not.
It just really sucks that
Yeah.
people
But
don't understand
what
each
we
other.
were
and
what we
just-
were talking about is how does that work? How do you come to those kind of agreements, right?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
you were shifting it to. I think if we're really trying to talk serious about it at this point, I mean, we've been clowning, but this
Yeah,
is
let's
a
not
real,
clown
this
about
is a
it.
real
I
deal.
really want
I mean,
that.
I break it down from you got to start with the psychology of it first, like the intent behind it. Why do these 2 individuals want to be in an open relationship? What's the purpose of it? Is it that they just have an insatiable appetite sexually? It's something that they're interested in. Is it the man just trying to super appease the woman because she wants to deal with other men? It can go many different ways. So I think you got to first start with what's the intention behind it, and be realistic with that intention behind it. Sometimes you might put a timeline on it. I'm willing to try this just for a little while. Maybe I'll try it for just once. I don't think it's going to be permanent. I think you have to talk about the communication piece from the onset, but you also you have to know who you're dealing with, because in addition to there being agreements, there's rules. There has to be a level of trust, integrity, and a lot of respect in those type of
Exactly.
situations, or
Exactly.
you're going to have a big mess. Maturity, and it's nothing to do with age. There has to be a lot of
Exactly.
maturity there.
Exactly.
You got people that are in swinger communities
just
that are in
perfectly
what they
fine.
call the lifestyle. I've heard about. I got a buddy of mine that goes to these parties in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
He's broken that down to me. He's like, look, it's just everybody's just mature. They know what time it
Exactly.
is. They about that lifestyle, and so you have to bring it there. It can become a situation where it becomes abusive. And so you have to really be careful, I think, if you have a desire to enter into a situation like that make sure you're talking to somebody, make sure you have somebody even mentoring you through the process.
Right, right.
And be realistic about what it is that you might want to experience out of that situation. I think that's the biggest piece. And don't get caught up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See,
you
that's
can't
what I
get
totally
caught up.
agree. You have to be mature about it, number one, and you have to be real, and people have to be real with each other. If that's what you want, that's my whole thing, is like, it's possible. People have to be real about what they want, and you have to communicate. And you have to be like super open and real with each other about, like, I'm not gonna like that. And then when you come to an agreement, and if it works for you, it works for you. And that's why I was saying, like, an open relationship to me is like, you can't really lie. Like, I think there's such a thing as people being in these relationships, and they're brutally honest about what they want.
Right,
And
right.
another person may really respect that and like that, and that's what makes them safer in a relationship like that. As
Hey.
opposed to people who, when they look at out in the world and they see all these other people having issues and
Yes.
problems and lies
Yes.
and diseases
Be
and
careful
this and
who you
that.
bring in your bedroom.
No, I'm not saying like it's
Or your
like
backyard.
I'm totally down for it and open for it.
Right.
But if that's what was to make me happy, why would I not do that?
Right, right.
You know,
right.
like, but if me being with one person makes me happy, and I feel safe and secure in that situation, then I'm down with that too.
Right, right. So she's down with OPP.
Yeah, you know she.
Other people's
Open
property.
relationship.
No, open relationship.
Now, OPP, no, I'm not down with that because I don't like a liar. So there we go. I don't like, no, I'd rather you be honest to me, actually. If you want to be with somebody else, let me know, because then give me the option to be like, you know what, okay, well, I still want to mess around with you, or no, I'm cool because I don't like you. And it's
Right.
weird, though, because sometimes it depends on who you're with, what you'll tolerate. It may
Right.
be one person, I'm like, "Psh, whatever, it's over. And another person be like, oh, well, whatever, you're not with that person anymore. So, but as far as open relationships, I don't knock nobody for what they're doing, especially if they're happy and they're not hurting me. And
I like
that's
that.
all.
If you're happy and it's not hurting anybody and you're truthful about it, then from what these ladies are saying, Leah C and SHAYDEE, is that you go for it. But me, on the other hand, my imagination isn't that vivid because I am married. And when the ladies were going back and forth talking about it, I thought in my mind how I would feel seeing my husband on top of another woman. And it's not going down too easy. So I would like to see, how do you digest that? Like, how do you visually be able to let go of someone from that perspective and let them put the things that you taught them? Because I taught my man how to get down with me. So I don't want him to do that to nobody else. So quickly, before we wrap this open thing up, is if that's possible, tell me how you would deal with that. Leah C.
Okay, first of all,
Quickly.
okay, you really have to get your head out of it and your feelings out of it. It's just sex.
Oh, now it's just sex, huh?
We're getting to the
If you have a
nitty-gritty.
deeper connection with that person, that's what's really more solid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I'm assuming, and that's the way I feel that people get out of this. You know,
Right,
that's
right,
the way
right.
It goes, and it can be hard. It can be hard, but I think once you reach that little
Level of
road,
understanding.
that
I don't
road,
know. I don't
it
trust
gets-
Leah right now. She's talking like I'm visualizing once upon a time in my past life, you know.
I used to do that. Any last words from you, Shaydee, about this amazing concept of an open relationship?
Absolutely. Something, a
What would be
phrase-
your ideal one then?
something that just popped into my head. A phrase that my dad used to say. He used to work in a still factory, and he was part of the safety program. He always used to say, "Be safe, be sanitary."
Yeah, because she got a problem with somebody catching some disease.
Exactly.
We gotta
all
do
have to be
another
safe.
show.
I mean, that's the thing. We all have to
Yo,
be safe. We all
for
have to be
real.
safe. I'm sorry. We all have to be safe. People feel like it's safe to just be like sanitary because you're just with one person. No, we need to be safe. Period.
Yeah.
Look, any of my future men, y'all ain't sticking your ding-a-ling and nobody else. You hear me? Just
She's
let
a
you know.
one-on-one girl.
I'm stabby. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And you know what, you guys, like I said before, family, all of you guys out there watching, we really want to hear what you guys think about an open relationship. As you see today, it's a struggle talking about relationships, but that's what we do on this show. We talk about relationships, entertainment, and music. What we do is we merge all those wonderful ingredients together to come to you guys and bring you a well-rounded, opinion-based scenario so that you can take the things that we said, go back and check the facts, and be able to draw your own conclusion. And that is what Rappers in My Backyard is all about. We thank you guys for tuning in. We love when you write us and send us cool stuff to think about, and we challenge you to take what we say and use it in your everyday life. I'm Lisa O, and my girls, my right hand right here, Leah C, and my left hand right here, SHAYDEE, and we are Rappers in My Backyard. We out, baby. And we'll see y'all next time. We'll be talking about more stuff. Love you guys, and keep us locked. We rap about relationships, entertainment, and music. You heard?